Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back to Rabia Unfolded, the space where we slow down, breathe, and rediscover the simple joys that make life full again. Here, I share little slices of my journey, moments of stillness, family adventures, and the lessons that unfold when we pause long enough to notice them. If you're looking for inspiration to step back from the rush and reconnect with what really matters, you're in the right place. This past week has been one of those weeks, packed with routines, deadlines, and timelines. You know the kind, when life feels like it's moving on fast forward and you barely have a second to breathe. I got so caught up in the hustle that I forgot the simple thing, pausing to check in with myself. So today, I decided to do something different. Not a fancy vacation, not a big trip, just a little pause. I grabbed my kids and headed to the West Wind Water Park, a spot not far from home, with one intention: to laugh, to breathe, and to distress. Sometimes, peace doesn't require a boarding pass or a suitcase packed for faraway shores. It doesn't have to look like five-star hotels or long flights across the ocean. Peace can be as simple as a quiet garden where the leaves whisper in the breeze, a neighborhood park where sunlight dances through the trees, or a hidden corner just a few steps from your own front door. A space that invites you to stop, inhale deeply, and simply exhale the weight of the day. It's in these nearby places, free from the rush of schedules and the hum of traffic, that you remember what stillness feels like. And often, it's in these small, unplanned pauses that your spirit finally catches up and you feel truly alive again. I shut my laptop with a quiet sigh, the soft click sounding like a tiny release of the whole week's pressures. Then I grabbed my car keys and pulled the door close behind me. As I locked the door, I told myself, I'm closing it not just on the house, but on the week's endless tasks and all the noise sitting in the back of my mind. That's it, I whispered to myself with a little smile. Time to step away and just breathe. The kids were already buzzing with excitement as we packed a few snacks and a mat. Sunlight spilled through the windshields as we drove, and for the first time all week, I felt the tension begin to fade. We drove out excited for a simple day of snacks, splashes, and carefree fun. When we arrived at the water park, I got myself a cone of ice cream and walked my way straight to the gate. Then I noticed the gate was closed, a single sign swaying gently in the breeze. At first, I felt a little disappointed, but right beside the park was this gentle hill, one I'd never really noticed before. From the top, you can see the whole city, the sparkling pool below, and even the airport tower. Planes were taking off and landing, like tiny reminders of motion and possibility. So while my mom stayed with the kids at the playground, I decided to climb. When I reached the top, everything shifted. It was so peaceful, so serene. Just the soft whisper of the wind and the open sky. I paused for a moment, taking in the pool below and the city stretching beyond it. When I finally reached the top, something inside me softened. The world grew quiet, just a gentle whisper of the wind and the wild, endless sky. I spread my scarf across the grass, lay back, and simply existed. No deadlines, no emails, just me, the clouds drifting overhead, and the distant hum of planes. It struck me, you don't need a vacation to find peace. You don't need a flight to feel free. Sometimes, the quiet you're searching for is right in your own neighborhood. That moment reminded me how important it is to pause, to breathe, and to be fully present. When I finally got to the top of the hill, it felt like everything just shifted. The climb wasn't even that long, but the second I reached the crest, it was like something turned the volume down on the world. I stopped and just looked around for a bit. The pool below glowed this bright blue, almost like a piece of glass catching the sun. Beyond that, the city stretched out forever. Little rooftops, tiny streets, even the soft outline of the hill in the distance. Up to the side, the airport tower peeked out, and every now and then, a plane would glide into the sky, its wings catching the light before it disappears into the cloud. It was so peaceful up there. The noise from the playground faded until it was just a low hum. A cool breeze brushed past, carrying that fresh grassy smell, and above me, the skies felt endless, with clouds just lazily drifting by. I pulled out my scarf, spread it on the grass, and laid back. The ground was warm and soft beneath me, and for the first time all week, no deadlines, no emails, no lists, just me, the sky, and the faint sound of planes taking off in the distance. And right then it hit me. You don't need a vacation to find peace. You don't need a flight to feel free. Sometimes, the quiet you're searching for is literally right around the corner. That little break reminded me how important it is to pause, to breathe, and to be fully present. Even a simple hilltop on an ordinary day can be all it takes to reset your mind and come back to life feeling brand new. After a while up there, I noticed something I hadn't felt in days, maybe even all week. I felt lighter. The constant buzz of thoughts finally slowed to a gentle hum. I could actually hear my own heartbeat sinking with the breeze. And for the first time in a long time, my head felt clear. That's when it really hit me. Finding peace of mind isn't some fancy treat you save for vacations or special occasions. It's something we need, like air or water. And the best part, it doesn't have to cost a thing. Sometimes, all it takes is stepping away, even for a few quiet minutes, to give yourself permission to just stop and breathe. So we packed up, headed home, took a warm shower, and enjoyed a simple dinner. And I carried a lesson with me. However busy life gets, no matter the deadlines or routines, you need that sacred time to recharge. Find your own hill. It could be a nearby park, a quiet corner, or your backyard, or even a sunlit spot by the window. Take a deep breath, pause, and let yourself just be. Because when you return, you will come back renewed, ready to face life's hustles with fresh energy. Thank you for watching, and I hope this inspires you to find your own pocket of peace. If this story speaks to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more moments of simple inspiration. Cheers.